the decision that I made early to try and cast Marie, a character who is blind, with two performers, two girls who are blind.
Congratulations on a beautiful show, very moving, very powerful, and also visually stunning.
I knew that I wanted to craft something that felt visually inviting and sumptuous, but I didn't want to do a period drama that was cold or formal. I wanted it to also be emotional, so I'm glad that that came across.
How difficult it was to find that balance between the complexity of the story and its beautiful message, especially in this sort of painful world we live in?
I think that the story is in many ways about light and dark. And so there are moments of beauty, but there's also this presence of darkness, of evil. And that's the nature of human life. We're seeing, of course, right now, the kind of circular pattern of history, that there is beautiful humanity and there is joy and connection and love in human life, but there is also circumstances and behavior that are really hateful. The coexistence of both, that's the nature of the world that we live in and of being human. And that's very much what the show is about.
I just read an interview in which you mentioned how much you wanted to adapt this book and how hard it was to get it right. So now that you got it, now that you saw Aria's great performance and that you achieved something completely different, but maintaining the heart and the emotions that we could feel in your previous projects, what's your biggest satisfaction?
I do feel like I've worked a long time to get the privilege of crafting something like this, very different from anything I've made, hopefully with the same humanity that I try to bring to all my work. And I think maybe if there's one thing that I did not really understand fully till now, it's the decision that I made early to try and cast Marie, a character who is blind, with two performers, two girls who are blind, to do that and to give that opportunity, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it would make a better and more authentic story. I feel very satisfied because we worked very hard, me and Nell and Aria, the two girls who had never acted before. And so every day we work together to build these characters and these performances. And I'm very satisfied that now we've shown another barrier has been broken down, a barrier to representation and to inclusion that needs to keep progressing.
Something I really liked is how you handle certain characters. As a director, how difficult was to deal with such duality in a context or a problematic as important as the one we see?
I really try to give every character my full attention. Obviously, the lead performances take the most time and get the most notice. But if the performances of the smaller characters, if any one of those performances are weak, it takes you out of the show. So I tried to cast every single supporting actor with excellence so that we bring you into a world with this show and we keep you in an authentic story that you never question and you're never distanced from. And so I'm glad that that came across.